What is up, people of YouTube? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we will be taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Ultraman Tiga from the Shinkocchu Seihou series. I apologize if I botched that name, and I also apologize for my really bad Japanese. I really do. Anyway, yeah, Ultraman Tiga. Ultraman Tiga joins the well, you know what I mean, series. Huzzah! With Tiga being one of the more popular Ultramen, was Bandai able to deliver the goods? This figure has flat out weird design choices that Bandai apparently thought was okay, but it ends up being to the figure's detriment. What am I talking about? I will explain to you. I'll be blunt here, the paint job is awful on this figure. The line work is terrible, and it's pretty fuzzy on the edges. The choices they made for the red, silver, and blue, which are the main colors, okay, cool, vibrant, I like it. But unless it's applied properly, I'm afraid I can't give it much compliments. The sculpt, all that is fine. I love the head sculpt, and the crystal eyes really make Tiga pop. The head is the only place on the figure where I'm not seeing much paint issues. And I know a lot of you are right now saying in the comments, "But Vinny, these paint issues are not valid because they're only noticeable when looking up close." Some of it is still noticeable even from afar. And the biggest reason with so many of the paint issues is this. The chest, stomach, and crotch region are rubber. Rubber. Rubber! Rubber and paint do not mix. It's very easy to scratch off the paint, especially on accident when it's not your fault. Or if you're like me, you can get a straight mark right out of the package. You can see whatever markings there are on this figure on the rubber parts and scratches. It was a terrible choice. And even then, paint on the plastic parts is not very good either. Why does it matter if he has the correct colors when none of it was properly applied anyway? Look at these. I did not do these on purpose. Sculpt is great, but the fuzzy and not so clean paint ruins the sculpt which it is supposed to complement and highlight. Awful. Just awful.
Due to the amount of rubber being used on the figure, it is absolutely recommended to use caution while posing this figure. But besides that, the articulation he has is pretty good, I won't lie. But you know, again, because of the rubber joints, well, the rubber sleeves, I should say, whatever. Just use them with caution if you don't want to damage the paint that much. Head is on a double ball peg. Neck is on a single ball joint, so he can look this high up. He can look this far down. Can look side to side and lean side to side. Not bad at all. Ball joint up here, so he can bend forward from here about that much. It can bend forward about this much, but the sculpt does get in the way, so be aware of that. There's a ball joint here in the waist area, so total he can crunch forward just about this far, which is great. And he can crunch backward just about this much, which is alright. Other than that, he does have side-to-side movement, and can also swivel, but again, just use caution. Arms are on ball joints. Can rotate a full 360. Can hinge just about a 90 degrees. Biceps can swivel. Single hinged elbows, but we get more than 90 degrees, so that's pretty good. There's also a swivel right here in the elbow area, just in case you need some extra bicep coverage. Hands are on ball hinges. Legs, they can kick forward just about this much. So that's pretty good. They can kick backward just about this much. Could be more, but again, I don't want to risk it. Splits, can he Jean-Claude Van Damme it? Yes, he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it. Thighs can swivel. Swivel once again in the lower leg area. It's a bit unnecessary compared to the elbow swivel, so I'm not sure why that was included. I don't know. Knees are on a double hinge, and he has great movement, more than 90 degrees. Ankles can hinge backward just about this far. Can hinge forward just about this far. Backward is better, forward not so much. And ankle rocker is just okay. Yeah, compared to other Figuarts figures, this type of ankle rocker is, pathetic. Yeah. So, whoops. We do have a swivel, which is kind of useless, to be honest. And toes on a hinge. So, yes, you can get Tiga into some pretty nice poses. But, like I said before, you really have to use the articulation at extreme caution if you don't want to damage the paint on the rubber parts of the figure. So yes, exercise caution when posing this figure, otherwise you're going to end up with a lot of paint chips, even by accident, when you don't even mean to. Just keep that in mind, always.
So accessories, here's something cool, a booklet showing how the figure was made to be. I'd love to show you guys and gals the inside of it, but due to copyright, I'm a little bit afraid to. I just wish I could read Japanese, because I want to know why the rubber was used on this, if that answer is even in the book anyway. I'm very curious. Anyway, the actual accessories. A bunch of alternate hands, an effect, and the red color timer. It's small, so yes, be careful with it as it's easy to lose. Switching the timers is easy. You push the bottom of whatever timer is on Tiga's chest and pull the top of it, and then all of it comes out. Then push the next one in. Alternate hands. First are the fist hands, which you already had in the package. 2 chopper hands with the thumbs on the inside of the hands. Another chopping hand for the left that has the fingers more bent backwards. 2 more chopper hands with the thumbs out. 2 open palm hands, kind of. 2 calm relaxed hands. 2 splayed out open hands. Finally, an energy effect part that interchanges from the elbow. It's easy. Just slowly work out the elbow already on the figure and pop the one with the effect on the elbow peg. And make sure there's a hand on the ball peg hanging out. Accessories are fine. We got what we needed. For sizing, here is Tiga with some other kaiju figures you may or may not have in your collection. Please forgive me, but at the time of this video going up, I do not have other Ultra Kaiju Figuarts at the moment. One day though, that's for sure. Tiga scales fine with the others though, if you need to get creative. Good God, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I wanted to say more good than I did bad, but the paint job, man, and the rubber, it messes with it. It messes with it, and you can't pose him too much because of paint rub. It's terrible. Don't buy this figure, period. For sale or not, don't buy it. Not unless you're a diehard fan of Tiga or just Ultraman in general. As my second Ultra Figuarts so far, yeah, sorry, I ended up disappointed. Price was $67. For his rubber, he should have been cheaper. Maybe I'll like him better when Golza comes out, but I do not know that for sure. That's still not gonna fix the figure's problems. Tiga gets the official SMZ stamp of mediocre. 5 out of 10, no question about it. Bandai also gets the official epic fail for releasing the figure as is and for allowing something like this to go through the quality control. Like I said, only buy this figure if you love Ultraman Tiga or just Ultraman in general. If you really don't care, stay away.